All right, so we're gonna tackle the roof today. As you can see, this was a rusty unit. On this side here, we got some whiskers from years ago. Somebody tried fixing that. So I'm gonna cut this out, and I got this regular cab outside here with a good roof on it. We're gonna cut that roof off. Get this section out of that roof, maybe even half the cap, I'm not sure, because I know it changes in the back. We're gonna delete these drip rails. So going into this, we know I'm not gonna be able to make this perfect. It's not some show truck, so we're just trying to fix the roof. We're just gonna try and do the best we can here, come up with something that works. Austin's coming outside, he's gonna give me a hand lifting this off. We'll cut the roof off outside and then figure out where we're gonna section through here to replace this front. All right, so we got started here, cutting along, kind of show you guys here what we're up against. So you can see this piece here, that's the roof skin, how it kind of comes down, and he peels off like so. And then this lower piece, you can see there, so that's the roof skin, and it's welded and then sealed to this lower, and the lower goes up underneath here. I think the new piece of roof skin, or the part we're gonna make, once we got this cleaned and prepped, we'll just butt it kind of, or slide it down on an angle, weld it, and then grind it and prep it and try and make it as flush as we can. But these door openings are a little all over the place, so it kind of might look stupid, but I don't think there's much we can do with that, because, well, we might be able to adjust the door a bit better, but these old trucks didn't have the best fitting panels. Anyway, so we'll keep cutting away there. Well, this is our progress so far. I noticed it had been welded here and on the top in these big gobs, and old spot welds have been drilled out on this front piece, so that kind of explains some of this welding up here. This corner might have been damaged and replaced. And back here, I don't know if that's factory or not. We'll find out on the other side. This has got a little kink in it, but someone welded an outer piece of sheet metal. I don't know if you can tell or not on the outside of this. I'll have to investigate that. But on this side, it was so rusty, it's hard to tell where the spot welds are. So what I've been doing is just taking this, it's a 1/8 kind of cutting disc or grinding disc, running it up on the edge and just going back and forth a bit. And all I'm doing is thinning the sheet metal down, and then taking a pry bar like this and just carefully going from behind. I'm just thinning out that material enough, trying to find where the spot weld is, and it'll just tear the metal. I have to take a little more on that one, I missed a bit. You can see where the spot weld is there. You can see the 3 spot welds here on this side, but in the spot where it was more rusty, you can't really tell where they are. So just been taking my time. This material's pretty thick, so as long as you don't go too haywire with it, you won't bend the base material too bad. We'll continue on, finish getting this side off, and then do the other side. So we got spot welds drilled out along here, peeling off this lip and taking it, grinding down the rust and buffing it down the best we can get it. And then on this side, let's see, we're taking this like an etching, kind of rust repair etching stuff, and putting a couple coats on, and that should take care of any rust starting back again. You know, just kind of got that black, hard surface rust kind of stuff that's underneath when you clean the rust off. So put a little bit of that stuff on and it should help out. So anyways, we'll keep going, finish this strip. We've chopped out the section in the front there, so it's just the roll bar now. Drilled that off. So now I got this roof flipped upside down, the regular cab roof. I didn't realize until I flipped it over. It's got some rust we're gonna have to fix here. So I'll start drilling out some of these spot welds and nibble away at this and just try and get that front section off it. I got the corner pieces drilled out and chopped off. I got lots of dirty stink bugs. We'll flip it over now and get working on doing the final trim to get that front piece off. We'll have to clean up the lip and everything there. So once that's on, like I was saying, we're just going to try and use this flange the best we can. And I'll probably just make it so there's like a 1/2 inch overlap from flange to flange, so it just lays on, weld it up, and fill it that way. It's not trying to butt weld that, because that would be an absolute nightmare trying to make it all fit. So I think that'll be our best bet, is just to like flange it basically. Oh, we got our front lip cut off here. Use the paint eater, 3M paint eater disc on that, and cleaned it off, but it's got pretty good rust going on here. Once it got cleaned, and still got this piece on the bottom that I cut out. Get this piece built in. I'm just gonna cut this lip off wherever it's rough and weld in a new lip. All right, there we go. We got those patches welded in there. So she's ready to go on. So we got the roof skin laying on it. Got this tacked in the lower drip. So I'm just gonna take it and start cleaning the flange off there. So I'm using a 3M purple paint eater disc on this, on the drill. It's a super handy disc to use. It works good, it lasts long. We got the roof pinned on the front here. Got a rough kind of idea on the line to cut across. I'll get rid of this rusty spot here and get us into some good material. All right, so we're taking the zip cut here, just going along, giving her a trim, getting her fixed up. All right, that's cut and squared up there. So before, I don't want to weld this yet because they're held on with these little clips. So I'll go get the back zipped off and adjusted, and then I'll start figuring out what I'm doing here. And then once I got something going here, I'll update. Front piece here is on now. There, we're around the corner here. On this part, you can see where I melted all the lead out of here and cleaned everything out. So I'm gonna have to make a panel, a little patch that goes in here to gap this. So I'll get that done. And then I think I'm gonna leave this section until I got this piece here cut out. So looking at this some more, once I cut out this piece, we're gonna have to put a body line across here. Problem running into is the drip rail that they put on this truck was pretty much set the gap on the door. As you can see here, these different structure pieces that are factory welded in were not straight at all, so it just pretty much took the drip rail and leveled everything out. So I'm gonna have to weld this down and then put a little filler panel across to make a body line, because we don't want to be building it out of Bondo or out of body filler, that's for sure. You can see here's the piece I cut out. So it had some sweetheart bodywork done before on it. I'm sure we can at least do better than this. Okay, this is all done and tacked along here. So I'm gonna weld this out now, stitch it and cool it as I go along. So I got it all buffed down, or ground down. The bottom lip, we still gotta do some finish up work on, but we're gonna have to put a little weld on that to smooth it out. But for the most part, the gap's looking all right. This is the body line that we had to put in here. So as you can see, it needs a little more welding there, but not too bad. Then this back door here, the inner trims drop down a little bit, the inner piece, so probably end up having to do a little, you see here, kind of drops, so I'll have to do a little zip cut in here and hammer that up. But for now, that's good enough. This door also needs a little bit of adjustment. So when it comes to kind of final fit on the doors, we'll do the top lips, because we're gonna have to weld a little extra or not on there. So this side's looking pretty good. And jump over, weld the other side out. Alrighty, we're all welded up. Is it perfect? No. But it'll do. So now that we got that done, the next video is going to be, I don't think I'm going to put anything in here because there's not enough room to put dimple dyes in here. But it'll be going in and welding out up through here and making the bracing and tidying up the roll cage to tie it all into the inside. Building all the filler panels and everything so that it trims the roll bar in and makes it look decent, because right now it's looking pretty haggard. So yeah, our body work, I mean, it's not going to win no Instagram or TikTok awards for fancy body work, but it'll get the job done and get us on the road here, hopefully sooner than later. All right, till the next one.